Hello, precious ones. I'm Angie Hipple. I'm here with my sweetheart Chuck, and we're very pleased to be with you tonight. We're going to bring through Judah, the beautiful collective of 350,000 angels from the angelic realm. And they're going to share their love and wisdom for us about trusting and controlling whatever they have to share on that. And so, buckle your seatbelt, drop into a meditative state if you're in a safe and relaxed location. And let's begin. Hello, dear and precious ones all around the world. We are Judah of the angelic realm, and we are pleased to be here with you this evening. Some of you making acquaintance with you for the first time, many others who are a part of our family, our angelic family, and our human family. This is a hybrid family of both angels and humans, and some humans which are angelic in nature, having incarnated from the angelic realm, and many, many, many star seeds here listening. We hail from Sirius B. We are pleased to continue our collaboration with so many in the human family as this consciousness, lovingly called the Judah family, grows and grows and grows in its numbers, and is exponentially in its power, the power of a group consciousness. There is great power in a group consciousness. Be it for good or be it for, as you would say, evil. Great minds think alike, as it is said. As you come alongside those that are in alignment with you, be they angelic or cosmic or human or some of both, as is in this case, in this interaction, in this container called Sunday night live stream. In this container is created for the moment in time that you are here, and also for those coming and listening. There is created a container of consciousness, of high consciousness, high fields of consciousness. You add yours to this transmission if you choose to give your attention here, your time, energy, and attention to this group consciousness as it is formed. If you so choose, you may dissolve the connection to this group consciousness after this transmission, or perhaps you will choose to remain connected to our energies, our interchange, our love, our wisdom, our insight, our divine nature, and be a part, an ongoing part of this cosmic and earth-bound family. We are here to speak with you this evening about trust and about control. And as always, we channel and work in congruence with this vessel and what interactions and experiences and circumstances are happening in and around her, for everything going on in her life, be it small or be it large, in her both her internal state and her external circumstances. And events going on are all a setup, for everything that we are doing through her, with her, for you all, in high service to you all. And she is experiencing many things, and these are these are her primers, these are her lessons, these are her wisdom books that she is writing alongside of us, writing them as she experiences them, and then sharing them with you so that you also can grow and can escape suffering and come into freedom. You see, we want to speak first about this control and then the antidote to it, which is to trust. And we know already, we hear many of you saying in your thought processes, Judah, I can't trust others. No one has proven themselves trustworthy to me. We understand this. We understand the realities of this, that for many of you have encountered one, two, three, or maybe none at all, or very few persons in your experiences that are trustworthy. But this is what we want to say about that. Source can be trusted, angels can be trusted, and you can trust your own inner being. You can trust yourself. Your higher self is completely trustworthy. And so, as always, much of what we are here teaching you is how to distinguish and discern with laser-like accuracy the difference between the ego and the higher self, so that you can go escape and come into communion with your higher self and hear very clearly how to trust this magnificent resource of your higher self, which is infinitely wisdom, wise, and connected to all information, knowledge, insight. Let's talk about control. Now, there are two kinds of control. There is control born of the spirit. And this control is a good type of control that is beneficial and helpful for you. And it is self-control. It is self-control that is initiated and overseen by your higher self. And it is important to be in control of yourself. This means being responsible for what you think, what you feel, what you say, what you do, how you interact with yourself and with others in the world. Self-control is a prerequisite for enlightenment. It is something that brings you to the door of enlightenment. In fact, enlightened souls find that they have control. They have control of their thoughts. They have control over their emotions. They are not perfect, but they are aware and awake within whatever is going on in their interior and exterior life, and they maintain control over their responses to life. They maintain control. Now, the ego also, this is where you must be very discerning, also wants to control you, wants you to control yourself. It doesn't want you to naturally express emotion. It doesn't want you to naturally flow with energies that are occurring around you. The ego wants you to assert a false sense of control over yourself. This can look like denial, denying the truth about yourself, about others, denying the truth of your circumstance. Denial is a big control mechanism of the ego. So if you're broke tonight, go ahead and tell yourself the truth. I'm broke. Denying it and putting on a mask of false positivity, pretending to be spiritual and say, I am abundant, when in truth, you know, the truth is that you are broke. It does no good. This is an ineffective attempt to control the self, the circumstance, the outcomes. And this kind of control is a false mechanism of the ego. It is born out of fear. Denial is just one of these means of control. Another way that the ego wants to control is to fix others, to fix the self. And fixing is the opposite of surrender. Fixing is motivated by fear and anxiety and feelings of not being enough and many other false and lying subconscious beliefs. And so fixing. This can also come under the guise of advising others. When you find yourself advising others because you want to control the outcomes, you are afraid of what they might suffer without your input. You cannot trust them to live their own life, to find their own journey, to find their own light within, to make their own choices, to make their own mistakes, to have their own successes. You feel the need to advise them, for you feel that you know more than they do, and that what you know will inhibit pain for them, or reduce the amount of their suffering. This is all projection. You see, when you want to fix another, what you're seeing in the other that you want to fix is really what is going on with you. If you can spot it, you likely have it. Listen carefully. If you see it, you likely have it within you. If you see others as being controlling, it's likely because you are controlling. If you see others as being difficult, it's likely that you are being difficult. If you experience others as being resistant, it is because you have resistance in you. If you see others as being loving, it is because you are loving. If you see them as being peaceful, it is because you are peaceful. So, what you see in others is what is resident within you. And the things that disturb you the most about others, the things you want to control, fix, you want them to stop doing, are the very things that you are doing yourself. Mhm. So, allow others to be a mirror to you. When you see someone else behaving in a particular way, and you feel that upset or angst or resistance in you, and you want to fix it, you want to control it, if you can, take a deep breath and notice this being compelled to control, and just observe it and know that what you're wanting to fix in the other is a part of you, and look inside yourself. If you can, this is high mastery. Look inside yourself and see how it is you're doing the same thing. We will give you an example here. Let's say that you live with a partner who likes to drink and likes to drink a lot. And so you are afraid. You're afraid of many things that could potentially happen as a result of this passion or love or excitement for drinking a lot of alcohol. Maybe you're afraid that they will lose their job. Maybe you're afraid that that they will, in their lack of restraint, do many other things like spend too much money or whatever it is you're afraid of. That could be an outcome from this. So instead of trying to fix or control them, then look back into yourself. Ask yourself, where am I escaping? Maybe you don't drink alcohol at all, but maybe there are other things that you are doing, like your partner, in order to escape pain, in order to numb out, in order to hide, in order to fade, in order to deal with the anxieties of life. So look at yourself and see, where are you medicating? Where are you numbing out? Take your eyes off of your partner and what you perceive to be their failings, and look instead within. Allow your partner's situation to be a mirror to you of what is going on in your own experience. This is something that Christ pointed to many times. He said, "Don't judge others." And he also said, "Whatever you see in others that you are judging, you are doing the very same." This is a high wisdom principle of spirituality, that what you judge in another is what is resident in you. So take notice, what are the things that are consistently disturbing to you in others? Those are your places to begin looking within. So control is when you are doing controlling any one person, place, thing, or situation that is not you, that is not yourself. This is ego driven. Self-control is of the spirit, but controlling others is of the ego. And all of this is based upon a lie. And the lie is this: there are things outside of me can make me happy or unhappy. And so if I can adjust persons, places, things outside of me, then I will finally be okay. Well, this is a lie. It is hogwash. It's absolute untruth. For you can be happy in any circumstance. You can be happy in any circumstance. You can be at peace. You can maintain your sanity, your centeredness. You can maintain your self control no matter what is going on around you. And so, fixing others is a delusion. It is a delusion. Mhm, mhm, mhm. This vessel was in a circumstance this week that was unusual. She was in another's home, and this other one fired off a weapon in the home, and she was startled. It was unexpected. She didn't know why this was occurring or what could be going on. But we will tell you that she maintained total peace. total peace. And she simply extracted herself from the situation and was not disturbed at all, and neither was she harmed. And understanding that what another does is beyond your control. And she was able to, even in the unexpectedness of the situation, trust. And she trusts in her inner being. She trusts in the purpose of her life, which is unfolding, and that her life belongs to one greater than herself, and that no one can take her life without permission. No one can take her life without permission. You see, all fears are fears of death. And what we want you to know is this: you're not going to die 1 second, 1 moment before you are meant to. And in truth, you will not die at all. You will simply drop your body like slipping off a sweater. That is all. And you will step right into your newness of life. And you will continue on. Death is an illusion. So fear of death is a terrible waste of your energy. So you cannot control the day you were born, and neither will you control the day that you exit this life and enter the next. All of these are in the hands of the divine, which can absolutely, most certainly, at all times, in all ways, in every circumstance, be trusted to bring your highest and best to be. The only time that you are suffering or encountering situations that you don't want is because you've taken yourself out of the hands of Source and angels and divinity. You have exercised your will and said, not your will, Source, but mine. And so any suffering that you are enduring is because you have not surrendered in that moment to the one who can always be trusted. Always be trusted. So notice in yourself when you want to control something, fix something, monitor something, meddle in something, mother someone. Notice when you are doing these things. And if you can, just sit with the discomfort of it and feel the discomfort and just allow it. Observe yourself wanting to control. If you can, laugh at yourself and say, up, here I am. I'm doing it again. I'm wanting to fix. I'm wanting to control. I'm wanting to rescue. I'm wanting, I think I know better. Look at me. Here goes. Here goes the ego doing that again. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, well. So what? Who cares? And just notice this compulsion to insert your power, to not power, we will say, but force upon another. And come back into what is true power, which is to rest, to breathe, to trust. To rest, to breathe, to trust. Trust in life. Allow life to unfold. Allow it to unfold naturally. We want to say to you what we've said to you many times before. The vast majority, we will say almost all, with very few exceptions, of the problems that you are frustrated about or concerned about resolve themselves of their own accord if you can keep your hands off. Yes, most energies that are unpleasant or unwanted spin out and resolve themselves in the due course of time. Your culture is very action-oriented. And you see, fear and the ego will compel you to act in a certain situation in order to avoid an unwanted outcome. But many times, the appropriate response is simply to breathe and trust and be hands off and allow angels and Source and others to do what is in alignment for them, and stay in your center, stay in your peace. There are times also that action is important. And we want to say this to you: We believe in you. We believe in your wisdom. We trust you. We trust your higher self. We trust your ability to connect with your angels and guides. We trust your ability to tap into the field of consciousness of all that is and to determine from that connection whether it's best to do nothing or do something. We trust you to understand this. Mhm. You see, animals also have this instinct. They may be hunted in the wild, and one particular species of animal may use two or more or various strategies. One strategy may be to hide and to camouflage. Another strategy may be to run, and then at other times they will offensively attack. Yes, all of these are instincts. These are the instincts of survival that are inborn and innate. You also have these instincts. This is what the ego is. The ego is your instincts for survival. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. What is wrong with it, however, is when you cease to use wisdom and the balance of your higher self to inform the instincts of your ego. And so you can trust yourself, dear one. You can trust your responses to life, to others. You can trust. Some of you are very hard on yourselves about some things. For instance, there are times when you flare up in anger, and then later you punish yourself in your inner being for having done so. But we will tell you that if a wild animal such as a wolf or a dog, if their babies, their young are being attacked, they have no qualms about snarling or being aggressive in order to send the predator away from their young, and they don't feel guilty about it either after it has effectively turned away the predator. And so, why would you punish yourself for instinctually doing what you need to do to protect your young or vulnerable parts? Hmm? And so, we're not telling you to harm anyone, but we are saying that your instincts can be trusted and they will be tempered by your higher self, which is only love and only wisdom. So allow the love and wisdom of your higher self to be expressed through your egoic instincts. Allow the instincts of the ego to work hand in hand simultaneously with cooperation with your higher self. Allow your higher self to express itself through your instinctual aspects. Do not abandon your ego instincts. If you abandon them, you will surely be harmed, for they are the common sense that you need to inform your life. Hmm? So trust in life, trust in your angels and guides. When you have voiced your request to them, to us, to Archangel Michael, to any other beings that you have developed relationships of collaboration and love and trust with, when you have voiced your request, then trust that they have been answered and will be continually answered. Trust in that. Don't let your mind talk you out of the reassurance that is there for you from your guides. Trust in life. Trust in life. Everything going on, be it seemingly good or bad, all of it is serving high purpose. All of it. In fact, you can mm, have your breakthrough instead of your breakdown. You can break through rather than break down simply by changing your perspective about what is going on with you and making a choice to trust that the uncomfortable, painful, unwanted things you are experiencing are there for a reason, and that they are being allowed by the powers that be and your angelic helpers for some important reason. And allow your challenges to be your spiritual practice. Allow them to be your spiritual practice. Many times, you will want to control things because your life is out of control. Many of you have deeply ingrained patterns of controlling because you grew up in homes where the parents were completely out of control. Out of control. And so you did all you need to do to control what little that you could in order to give yourself some sense of safety. Mm? But now you are all grown up, my dear. Bring yourself into safe spaces. Be with safe people. Take your time. Get to know people. You don't have to share everything in your life right away with people. Give it time. Give it time. Wait, listen, observe. Watch how they treat others. Watch how these new ones you are bringing into your life, how do they treat others that are in pain? How do they treat others that are suffering? How are they judgmental? Are they allowing? Are they compassionate? Do they have control over their own emotions, over their own tongue, over their own finances, over their own relationships? Are they healthy? Give it time before you invest your trust. Allow others to show their trustworthiness or lack of it before you invest your time, energy, and attention with them. Mm? As a spiritual father to this vessel told her once, and she never forgot it, if someone hurts you, shame on them. And if they hurt you twice, shame on me. We will say it again. Mhm. Hurt me once, shame on you. Hurt me twice, shame on me. Now, there's no shame on anyone here, but you understand the point of the saying, which is believe people when they show you who they are. Believe them. You don't need to be hurt 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 times by another to know that they are not to be trusted with the beautiful you. And if you want to find people in your life that are trustworthy, then you become that trustworthy person for others. Can you hold sacred what others share to you? Can you hold it sacred in your heart? Can you keep it to yourself when it is appropriate to do so? Hmm? Mhm, mhm. The important thing we want to leave you with about trust is that you can trust yourself. You can trust in your higher self. It's okay to have doubts as you learn in the process. This lesson of trusting the self was a major hurdle for this vessel, for she had been taught from a very young age that she was born a sinner, that she was wicked, that all are wicked in their core and bent towards evil and wrongdoing and are in need of redemption. And she was regularly taught this verse: the heart is deceitful and desperately wicked. Mhm. And so she was conditioned heavily not to trust herself. Well, if you can't trust yourself, who can you trust? And so if you are taught not to trust yourself, then you are always looking outside of yourself for someone to give you direction, for someone to tell you that you're okay, that you're moving in the right ways, and so on. And this is a terrible, fearful way to live, to live with all the control of your life being handed over into the hands of others, and none of it within your own inner being. So if you are one of these who has been conditioned to never trust yourself, we want you to say, it's going to be a little scary perhaps for a while, but go ahead and get started. Go ahead and get started. Begin trusting yourself. And it's okay if you make mistakes. It's okay if you miss it sometimes. It's okay if you misread a situation or a person or their intentions or any such thing. But if you don't try, how will you learn? And so if you want to learn this discernment and develop more trust in your own instincts and your own wisdom, then you must begin by making some decisions for yourself. Some of you may be listening here and you have literally turned over the decision-making power of most, sometimes almost all things to someone else, to your parent, to your partner, maybe to a best friend. Some of you have someone here listening tonight has a best friend that you've had for many years, and you literally will not make any major decision without running things by your friend and getting their vote on what you should do. Well, it's time to stop that. It's time for you to, with this next thing that's coming around the bend, sit and meditate. Talk with your angels and your higher self and make your own decision. And then stand by your decision. If it turns out that you made the wrong choice, so what? So what? Yes? Mm-hmm. 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 Good. 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 Mm. Mm-hmm. Good. Anything you want to add to that, sweetheart? No? Okay.
I trust that you said it all.
He says he trusts that I said it all, or Judah said it all. Oh, there was a lot in there. Okay, little bits of news. Saturday night, June 6th, we have our satsang meeting here in Charlotte. You can register for that at thejudahchannel.com. We would love to see you there. We have an incredible time. June 13th through the 15th is our retreat in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina with Julie Riesler at the Art of Living Retreat Center. You can find out all about that on our website, and you do have time to register still. And we've got 2 weeks before the retreat starts, and we are going to take registrations all the way up to the last minute. We have people coming from all around the world. It's going to be a great time. We would love to see you there. I would love to be able to give you a hug and look in your eyes and meet you. And we're going to do so many incredibly fun things together and hear from Judah, of course. And I think that's all the news for now. Thank you all for being here. If something in this video touches you, if you want to, we would love to hear from you in the comment section. If you want to share your struggles or your victories around trusting, around controlling, let's be a support to one another in that. And we have a free gift for you tonight. If you look in the comment section pinned below is a meditation for releasing control and bringing trust in. It was a powerful time of meditation, and we just want to give that to you for free and hope that blesses you. Okay, take care, everyone. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next week.